And we are back. We last left off. Not only were you able to slay this Baylor and dragon on yourselves, you also were able to have a game with a strange Chultan man. Two histories and a fable, a riff on two truths and a lie. And our priestess of the deep was able to gain the gift. And now, with this puzzle, this maze, you all feel like you are in the last stretch, or were you? And now it is time for you all to again navigate this maze, this adaptive maze. Using your investigative mind, your your active eyes, as well as your knowledge of the land to survive. How successful were you on this third go around?
Hopes Minnick's investigation went well. Ooh.
Meepo did good.
Oh, well, you felt very confident that you can navigate your way through, but something happened on your way. Some would say you might have lost your way a little bit. For when you came across it was almost like it was so close and then it slipped. And you found yourself encountering a small girl in a dirty dress. She sat on the floor, cutting a strip of cloth from her already cut apart dress. Dirty strips of cloth soaked with blood are wrapped around her leg. She looked at each of you with a grin and she said, "Good, you help." And
Meepo looks at the party and looks at the girl and looks at the party and says, "It's a trap."
Oh, what?
and this little girl apparently looked at Meepo and said, "No, you help me with this." And she points, and overhead you see in this maze this giant goat just just trying to look for something to eat. This gargantuan goat.
Oh, that's a big goat.
And she each of you says, "Okay, you help. I you you help me jump on. I want," because she said, because I want the goat for myself. I will allow each of you the chance to help me break it in. It looks very wild. And come on, of course you'll help me. I'm a young girl and I'm lost."
Well, you must have a firm hand as you make sure that you grab it behind the horns.
And then she looked at you and she said, "Yes. So help me distract it so I can get on it. Don't
All right.
worry, it won't hurt me," she said.
Aaron will attempt to intimidate it to get its attention.
And how intimidating were you? Ah, yes. And as this goat started to move towards you, you know, something about it seemed to look at each of you as it seemed to move faster and faster. Suddenly you notice the goat put its horns down. Looks like you got its attention. Like when two bucks come to face each other. And as the goat is charging, the little girl smiles and says, "Don't worry, I'll be safe."
Meepo said it was a trap. Meepo told you so.
And she did yell, "Don't kill it."
Oh,
Ah, Captain Meepo. As this gargantuan goat charging towards you, bearing down on you all. What do you do?
uh, Meepo flies up to the side of the goat, out of the way of the charging path, and starts groveling and begging that the goat don't hurt them or his companions or anyone else because Meepo is soft and squishy and you are a big goat and will probably eat Meepo since Meepo heard that goats eat everything and everything and Meepo is something and Meepo would like to say something. So please, please don't eat Meepo. And that is Meepo's turn. Meepo grovels and begs and turn.
Ah, yes, very good. And then Minax. What happened next on your turn?
Standard rinse repeat. I'm just gonna blast this dude with some light. Seventh level, so that's the roll before. So over.
All
That's my
right,
turn.
let's see. Oh, good. And then Merrick. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, Merrick. Before your turn was able to go, the this goat seemingly is quite legendary as it tries to swipe at poor Meepo with its ram horns just as it's going to come down. Ooh, on Captain Meepo. And then it's your turn.
I saw Captain Meepo take a mighty blow and I charged forward. 10, 15, 20, 25. Got right up next to that goat and I attempted to distract it with a defensive flourish. And that thing hit so hard, I also smited it. But it wasn't a fiend or undead, was it?
No, it was quite a monstrosity.
Ah, that's how I remember it too. So I swung once,
Ah, solid hit.
and then I just kept swinging and swinging.
Oh yes,
Uh,
all of them successful.
uh,
With
uh,
advantage.
oh, was it? Oh, because of the groveling. So let me do three d20s in order. There were no critical hits. And at that, I positioned myself comfortable knowing, well, my defensive flourish wasn't very defensive, but beyond that, I was ready to face this goat.
Then Micah.
Well, seeing the big creature, I will adjust position and send a lightning through it, missing the party members that are next to it.
You know what? You feel like this goat just reaches in, and being legendary doesn't take as much.
16 is good. Using the legendary is also good. I will end my turn there.
Ah, and then before Aaron, you're able to go. This goat seemingly finds something in itself and proceeds to go forward, seemingly to trample through Merrick. Seemingly stops, tries to runs through Merrick with its ram. 35 to hit
And that
Merrick,
did hit.
and keeps making the way. I'm sure the gazer, being small and insignificant, it sort of ignores it. Sort of ends right there, slamming into both Bernie and, well, actually, we'll say it slammed into Aaron.
Ow. Is it magical damage?
Oh, you know what? Luckily not. But it did hurt. And of course, Aaron, it was your turn.
Taking Aaron as taking Bernie as a controlled mount. She resituated in order to catch as many as she could in her aura, and then proceeded to show this goat wave. And he keeps granting advantage, right?
Yes, from the
Meepo
groveling.
groveled.
Gotcha. Ooh, 28.
That is a solid blow.
And Aaron offered up a second level schmite. And it has been more than an hour since the Baylor, yes?
Yes, I believe so.
You were feeling a little lucky, Aaron.
Ooh, I was. Oh, so close. for 41 points of damage. Second attack. Oof. 23
Oh, it does get through, barely. It has a very tough hide.
for 40 total. And Aaron will end her turn there.
Then it was the goat's turn. And then it looked and latched on. Oh, and first, you know what? It looked at you all, and let's see. Did it exhale a breath? I believe it did, according to the records. And funny for a goat, you wouldn't think it could exhale this kind of belt, this necrotic fire, but apparently it did. And it did. Using a necrotic breath. And it seems you all were lucky enough to get out of the way. And then it was Bernie's turn, but being a controlled mount, it was just there. However, before it can go back to Minox, the goat, feeling ever so charged by everything going on, it decided to again trample through allies. First going through Bernie and them, and going through Merrick, ending over there.
Okay, two questions.
Of course.
Can he trample me if I was flying?
Is big goat. How
Well, I
high up?
believe as long as you were in melee range at the end, I believe it would at least, if anything, just hit you.
All right. And then Sentinel, he provokes attacks of opportunity even if he wouldn't, I believe.
Sure, of course. I mean, unfortunately, Bernie being right there probably wouldn't like it very much getting hit with those giant horns.
Correct. So he attacks Bernie first.
Of course. I guess we'll do the first one that was on Bernie. Hit.
Bernie says, ow.
But hey, but then of course you retorted with wave.
I will wait if he's moving to stop
Yes.
his movement.
Oh yes, it will keep going. It would
And
get.
then as it provokes, which I guess I cannot save Merrick.
Didn't it provoke by hitting an ally?
Right, but I want to stop its movement, so I wait till it provokes.
Ah, it. Oh, that wasn't a single trample attack. It was a
So
ram and then trample.
27 points of piercing and radiant, and it stops its movement.
Oh yes, and then you do stop it right in front of Merrick. And then being there right in the middle. Minex.
Pew pew.
Do you push it? Do you push the goat away from you during this? Oh no, do you? Yes, do you have that for your? Is your Eldritch Blast equipped with that kind of magics?
No, it is not. I just agonize. I do not push or pull him. I won't move, actually, and I will pass my turn. Hold on. No grips. Never mind.
And was anything else Minex, or were you just gonna plant your feet there?
Yeah, I plant my feet, wait to see if he wants to charge at me.
Of
He
course.
should. He should.
And then, of course, before Captain Meepo, this goat seemingly wants to spread the pain. It tries to again hit poor Merrick with a ram, which
It missed that time.
ooh, a whiff. But Captain Meepo, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. Captain Meepo, fly up. Captain Meepo have advantage. Captain Meepo takes out wave, not wave, and attacks with advantage. We'll do them in pairs, so no crit, no crit, no crit, no crit. You know what? We'll probably take a short rest, right? Captain Meepo action surges. And attacks non-lethally. Oh, there's a crit. Now, does a 22 hit?
Oh yes, just barely.
Oh, does a 20 hit?
No, it does not.
21.
No.
Oh, so only the 22.
Yes.
So 4 hits, one of which is a crit.
Think you
And,
killed it, Meepo.
and this is all non-lethally.
You know, you would say not. You say these things like you hoping you wouldn't, but as that necrotic energy invested into this lowly goat,
I declared non-lethally.
and as you feel like you did, however, she looks at you, seeing the goat
So
that she
this is
wanted to
half
save.
the hit points plus 18, 22, 26. So half plus 26.
And then if we can give it like a number, say it had like 546 hit points. So therefore, what it had left, you did that and the. Oh, actually, funny enough, I was incorrect. This story, the necrotic energy that flows into that would cripple any normal creature does nothing to the goat. It opens its tongue as you see it as
What?
black as the night.
Oh no, as if it's immune to necrotic energy?
Oh, you feel like it is. It feels like that extra the pain that would normally fail such a creature did absolutely nothing to it.
Cheater! Meepo ends turn. It still takes the 26 damage. Meepo!
And then Merrick.
I saw Meepo looking awfully sad, and I took a swing at this big old goat. I also moved, so we weren't all in a straight line. And then I swung with my scimitar. Once, twice, and thrice.
All hits.
For 56 points of damage, I believe. And I just looked up into the eyes of that goat and told it to heal. And that was the end of my turn.
And then Micah.
I'm gonna add a little bit of insult to that injury. Get out of the line and you just blast into the big beast.
But did you try to push it as well?
Nope, we're leaving it right there. 48 force. And I believe that was all Miku did then.
Ah, very good. And then Aaron.
Aaron swept wave across this goat. Barely connecting.
Barely.
For 37. And 27.
I feel your power is getting way low.
Then ends her turn.
And then the goat, again full of energy again, spends looks at Captain Meepo.
Meepo?
And then, of course, let's see. It tries to hit you, not only once but 3 times. First with the rams.
And Aaron says no and swipes down upon this creature.
Solid blow.
And Aaron will use a first level for 29.
As this goat is on its hind legs, just weaving about after such heavy blows, but it still keeps on the offensive on little Meepo. After hitting with its ram, it goes in with its hooves. I believe one of those hooves connected as well.
Correct.
And then, of course, after that goes Bernie. And then
Bernie was
Rhinox.
controlled mount.
And then Minex. How
Trying
do
to
you
take
try
it
to...
alive.
It's barely standing, but you hear the voice of the little girl again saying, "Bring him to me alive."
What is his condition presently?
Well, it's quite badly beaten, stabbed, lots of stabs, and a couple cuts. Very, very hurt.
How close is this girl to me?
Oh, she's around. She's right next to Captain Meepo.
So she's within earshot.
Of course.
I use my 6 seconds of speech to ask how intensely do you want me to control this beast?
Oh no, she just zap it again. That should be enough to bring it down.
Oh, I could completely dominate said beast. I could hold monster. I could do a variety of things for you right now.
She says, "Board now."
I'm fine. Pew pew. Semi-lethally, because Minix does not know the difference, to be completely honest.
And with at 3 of those blasts, and the goat finally drops down. And giddy with delight as she starts petting the goat, this gargantuan goat. She says, "Good, you better goes now." And she waves at them, and she waves at you all. And then while you're there, she does tell you, now you could get out of here.
Maybe we should leave now.
I forget if we knew the way then. We have to find it again, I believe.
Of course, you feel like you're almost there. You're close enough to the end.
Excellent.
No, but you just keep going as is. Do you take a few moments, drink some potions, try
Uh,
to?
I remember Captain Meepo looked like he was in pretty bad shape, so
Let
I asked
Meepo catch his breath first.
I asked Aaron if Bernie would be able to c- carry the captain if I knocked him unconscious.
Sure.
You look like you need a nap, Captain.
Uh, yeah, I could use a nap at
Uh,
some point.
which way do you think we're gonna go?
Meepo turns around and looks. Sticks his finger in mouth, claw in the mouth, holds it up in the air, feeling the wind, squints, turns around 180 and points that way. And that way happens to be the direction that everyone came from.
I will once we really figure out which way we are going. I will catnap Captain Meepo.
Ah, so do
Ooh.
you, while he gives you directions, do you whop him in the back of the head?
You know, I just
Clump.
sprinkle a little bit of sand on him with a calming gesture.
Meepo falls asleep. Nighty night for Meepo.
Aaron will lay on hands Bernie.
I will do the same for myself.
And afterwards, was everyone else ready to keep going?
Merrick, do you need a little bit more?
Just a tiny bit.
All right. I will give you 7.
That would be great.
All right.
And I feel, if I remember correctly, that we were approaching our ultimate destination.
Yes.
All right. Well, what Mika remembers doing is casting a death word on the 4 other party members, and then taking a minute and regaining those 4 spell slots.
Ah. Ah. And then everyone else was fit. And everyone was ready to go for the final countdown. And there's other things as I'm looking through these pages, but I have to be honest, I am actually getting a little bit bored with all this traipsing through this maze. So let's say at this point, as we go through the pages a bit, you did make your way through, most of you, successful enough. After hours of searching this maze, the endless tunnels gave way to a large room. You saw 2 massive steps rise up to meet the doors, and intricate symbols and lines cover every inch of the floor, walls, and ceiling. A glowing image of the sun shone from the center of the ceiling about you. You saw large, shadowy jaws gaping wide. Sweep slowly across the ceiling, approaching it. You see a band of humanoids in, some would say red, some would say a dark pink. They're spread throughout the room in front of a pair of gargantuan iron doors, covered in a complicated carvings of a maze, as a sickly purple light shone through the open door upon their shocked and excited faces. As you all approached, this area was full. You see these wizards in light pink robes, the retinue of knights, a golem of sorts, and surrounded by a horde of zombies. And as they look upon each of you, one of them yelled, "You're too late, meddling adventurers. Now it is time for you all to go." And again, the sound of combat.
Meepo, would we have time to drink a potion before opening the doors?
Sure.
Okay, Meepo would drink a potion of speed, figuring we're getting close.
I could have done the same.
You know what? Since all the cool kids are doing it,
Oh,
Team junkie.
did you all seemingly like a? Did you shotgun it, or any of you drink it from your shoe?
I think it was a toast.
Toast. Oh, that's something at least. And Merrick, you were before, as you arrive, before you're ready to go. This door has been opened, and it nearly felt like when you were drinking your potions, you just heard the door open just a crack, and as you moved in closer, you all heard an ear-splitting roar echo from just behind these iron doors, shaking the entire chamber. Everyone, well, mostly you, uh, like how it felt like the roar of this almost was gonna knock you to your feet, and you had to use your strength alone to keep you on your feet. How do each of you fare against it? Do you stay on your feet or do you fall prone? Uh, and then, Micah, were you able as well to stay on your feet?
Sorry, I got distracted. What do we need?
Uh, uh, See if you fall prone or are able to stay on your feet using your strength. Ah, yes. All of you being sturdy of not only mind but the body, were able to stay on your feet. But and then, of course, we go to Merrick as you start the whole thing.
All right. Seeing this large group of people, and there was just so much going on in there that I actually decided to cast a spell.
Ooh. Oh, as
And
you do. Let's see. Ah, yes. this one over here. Can it? Is it far enough to see you?
If it chose to counter, then my spell was countered.
It
And then
did.
I charged forward into the room. 5, 10, 15. Oh, Aquentus isn't there. 10, 15, 20, 25. And I just kept running right on through, provoking lots of attacks of opportunity. 30. I was a halfling, so I could go under some legs.
Oh,
Uh,
and I would say honestly, with those creatures there, I don't. Yes, I am fully sure they couldn't hit you, not even how hard they tried.
all right, so I charged forward, and I decided. Hold up one sec. That as a bonus action, I would take my scimitar of speed and attack this creature to the north west of me that I couldn't quite tell what that was.
Oh, it's another
Oh,
a wizard in pink, light pink, dark pink robes.
ah.
Uh,
Well, you know what we do to wizards. Unfortunately for the wizards, and I swung away with a bardic. I can't flourish the bonus action, but I did swing away, and it was not a sneak attack either, but it was a divine smite, and that was the end of my turn.
very good.
Don't you have a hasted action?
Oh yeah, hasted action too. I had even what was I thinking about movement? Yes, hasted action. I swung again, and I did another first level smite.
And I think it's a sneak attack.
I have too many people near me.
Oh, that's right.
I can't get one on one with anything but a zombie. An 18 on my second attack with another first level smite if it hit.
It does.
All right, and that truly was the end of my turn.
So Captain Meepo.
Captain Meepo flies up on the broom, flying over. He's gonna be flying over here to get maximal groveling, as he does a grovel to end all grovels, since this is such an epic world-ending fight, catastrophic. These people are trying to summon Dendar, so he will grovel, asking them for mercy. Don't hurt us. We are weak and pitiful. Well, at least Captain Meepo is. Aaron's a bit strong, and Meepo's constantly afraid of getting stabbed in Wave, but because the Wave hurts, and please don't hurt us. And he just weeps tears with his groveling over this poor whatever it is, Thavian Knight. And that is his turn. Oh, he gets a hasted action. Captain Meepo will dodge. So,
Very good.
yeah, within a 10-foot radius of here, everything has advantage, or you have advantage to attack him. End turn.
Very good. And then Micah.
Move up to there, and I will attack the one that they have been attacking. I guess that's this chap in the middle here.
Oh yes.
And everyone is spread out now, so we'll just Eldritch Blast him. It looks like 39 force on that individual. And I will end my turn there.
Very good. This knight that's next to Merrick will, of course, try to swing with his glaive. And will swing once, twice, thrice with no good hit. But then Aaron. Oh, to say the ceiling is high, it's like 40 feet.
Well, Aaron is going to burnate through, and let's see, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. Bernie will be disengaging for this. So feel free to add that damage. I will move Bernie off so you can access people
Of course.
in that order or whatever order you see fit.
Okay.
And then let's see. We'll strike down with advantage on this gentleman. Thinking a 35 will connect.
Oh, yes. Solid. Is that you attacking this necromancer right here?
Yes.
Ah, yes. Solid hit.
For only 25.
And another dark pink necromancer is toast.
All right. And then, yeah, these glaive guys should have some damage, as should that one. And then we'll move above Meepo's groveling. And basically, we will end up there hitting these three with a little bit of fiery love before bringing down a wave. Not once, but twice more. The first on this gentleman here with 30 foe. And we will add a first level schmite.
Oh, can you point to which one again?
The orange one.
Ah.
For 41.
That is a hit.
And then the second strike. So close. We'll finish up with the other first level slot for a grand total of 39.
And this is the same one. Was it still the same one?
Same one.
Ah. And of course, with this blow, that of course should have toppled this, but you feel like a part of it just clings on, like this ward of death keeps it alive.
All right. Then that is the end of Aaron's turn. Way up there.
Yes, they'll move in and let's see. Oh, Captain Meepo, you're groveling. And this
I am
on the
groveling,
you're
dodging, and up in the air on my broom.
up in the air in the broom. They cannot, so they will just sort of just get there and get in front of Merrick and try to hit him a little bit. This one though will move in. You know what? Try to get up close and personal with Micah. Try to slam.
Well, before he does that, I am an undying warlock, so he has to make a save before he can attack me.
Oh, of course. They're thinking it's one of you. Oh no, one of you. Then it just goes to attack Minox instead. For 17 to slam into Minix. And if it hit Minax, it would take a whopping 5 bludgeoning damage.
You may have disadvantage against him with foresight.
Oh, that's correct. Let's see. Then just one less. That's turn. It's personal golem. Its companion will march down. Try to attack the only one it can reach. Which of course it's going to be Merrick. With a couple of slams. But I don't think they were effective.
They were not.
This one. Oh, let's see. Did that one look at Micah as one of its own? No, it did. Yes, it did. So we'll just actually went to try to impede on. Then Bernie was still a controlled mount. Yes.
Very much yes.
And then of course, the zombie would try to go there, try to reach out and try to grab onto Bernie. But I don't think it could reach it. Oh, it's still there. Oh, this one.
He
Oh,
takes
take
5 points for starting his turn on fire and can use his action to put himself out.
It could. Or this very determined will, of course, look at everything going on and try to end everything with a swarm of meteors right on everything here. Let's see, what is it again? So many things to remember.
Well, that's rough.
It's like everything in the room, right?
That's gonna be everything in the room.
Good. So the good thing, what of course it always forgets, these day and nights are really good at have these certain auras that seem to ward off the worst effects of this magic. First off, and of course can take the damage.
While dodging, you have advantage to deck saves.
This
Oh
is
no, I also have haste.
of course the weaker version of itself, of course, would go away.
Does a 22 save?
DC 17.
Yes. Then we go on to the knights themselves. Okay, that was a lot of very wounded.
What about the one by Mika?
Which one? Oh, oh yes, of course. That knight, yes, starts his turn, taking more fire, and then will attack with its glaive at Aaron. Oh my! Why these stay knights are actually quite useless.
Aaron will tell him that performance issues happen to us all.
And of course, it gives you a look. Stern. But my next, it is your turn.
We'll charge into the room. You should get me there. Lightning bolt these two dudes to the left.
Throw another bolt of lightning. What do you, through those two. Okay.
And I will use my last 10 feet of movement to back up. So.
Yes, you feel that their auras seem to grant them some resistance to lightning, but they cannot make that check. The lightning is unerring. And you move, okay. Stay in night. Right there. Of course, I cannot reach, so we'll attack Merrick. The glaive cannot hit.
3 misses.
But at the start of here, you all feel the shining sun symbol above you is momentarily obscured by a shadowy serpentine maw. A throaty chuckle echoes, throws the room on a frozen wind. Whichever one must use. Actually, while everyone in the warm embrace, or the deft embrace of Umberly, do not have to worry about the fear, but the frigid cold that follows it. Well, everyone in this room must. How wise were you to resist the effects of Dendar opening the door further?
I think Minix and Mika are outside of the aura,
Yes.
and Meepo, you can save just in case, so you're immune if you run out of it.
Oh yes, just need Minix, and then we need Umberly's to see how you would fare against the cold. Yo.
True. I guess we'll see what happens on his turn.
Sure, and then yourself as well. How did you fare?
Oh, I'm good. I'm immune.
Oh, to the cold as well?
Oh, the cold. Oh, oh. It's a wisdom save for the cold. I thought it was just. Never mind. My
Well,
fault.
it's the cold and the fear, but you don't have to worry about the fear.
So what's the cold? At 18?
Yes. Yes, you only took half it. And this way, Merrick, your blades taste as you feel like as you all are battling, the door is opening ever so wider. But it
I
is your turn.
I will shout back to whoever has the device that perhaps we should try to close the door. And then I will. I am gonna provoke. Actually, provoke from the Guardian. To go up next to this wizard. And that will miss. I believe I'm still within their glaive range, though.
I believe
And then
so.
I will look at this wizard, and I will, with my first attack, shove it prone. And I invite it to beat that.
It can't.
And then I whack a wizard. With advantage and a second level smite on the first one, and a defensive flourish as well. It's another d8. So that is a total of 16, 43 points on the first attack. And then I will take another swing with a first level smite if I hit with my bonus action for 20 more. And that will end my turn.
But don't you also have a hasted action, or is that different?
Oh, yes, I do. I have so many actions, and I keep forgetting about them all. I do have another first level smite. I'll go ahead and use it for 20 more. And that will actually end my turn.
I believe, Micah, you have the item. But before Micah can do anything, Captain Meepo.
Meepo?
Everything here
I
is trying to bludgeoning you, but there is a wizard on the ground.
Oh, on the ground. That's hard for Meepo to hit. Meepo still has advantage from last turn, so why don't we clean up some of these other guys with the crossbow? Yeah. So Meepo gets 4 attacks with advantage. So he will attack the one down below first.
Uh, so far, all three of those hit.
Still up.
Oh, yes. And after that third shot, how do you finish off that one?
Pin him to the ground with pin cushions. And then pepper this one next to Meepo with 2 more shots. For 42 damage.
Ah, yes. Still alive, but very badly hurt.
Meepo will bonus action, second wind, and then end turn.
And then Micah. I think so far we
uh
agreed that you had the lock.
I I was confused. I thought we put that together to get through. I didn't know it was an item.
Ah, yes, yes, it's the lock. You use the opals to give it charges, which.
All right. Well, what do we need to do to use the item? I guess is the question.
Well, as I was from these papers, you had to use an action as you're channeling the power of the Eclipse to reforge the wards that keep the iron doors sealed. It does take 4 uses of this ability to close the doors completely, since they are opened. So essentially, you just take this turn repairing some wards.
All right, then that is what I will do.
Ah, very good. And then Aaron.
All right. Well, Aaron did a drive by on these two, leaving the threatened reach of the wizard.
Let's see. Did the wizard? Could the wizard? Oh, sure. It will try to swing at a swing with a dagger at nothing.
Aaron looks at the wizard and is like, all right. So the wizard takes 9, the knight takes 8, this knight takes 2, and that guy takes 7. They're all on fire if they not were not already. And I see something strange going on with the wizard. But will cast a holy weapon as a bonus action.
And of course, it cursed that it spent time flinging its dagger about instead of trying to keep this
And
weapon at
hasted
bay.
action will attack this gentleman with advantage. 36
Yes, of course.
for 45.
And how do you finish that one off?
Straight through the neck. Pop the head off. And then we will move back over here, slightly above the other knight, and attack this wizard with the first attack from my attack action. 26.
Yes.
For 42, the answer to the universe and everything.
But still they're clinging on to life.
And last attack on the wizard as well. And I don't see him taking damage.
Oh, but he's very, very badly hurt.
For another 36. Oh, that because it was Merrick. Ah, all well and good then.
And this wizard as well. That actually no. Even if no, it spells doom.
And we'll end Bernie's turn right back here. Next to the stone golem.
But then, of course, the golem's turn will start trying to slam into you, Aaron. Although, to no avail. Bernie being the controlled mount. The only one left will start swinging on Merrick. Performance issues.
And I will give him a what for hurting my companion.
He swung. It didn't hurt.
For 38 points of radiant and piercing.
Ah. Ah. And then on my next.
All right.
Oh, did you earlier when I think you were away, there was a cold, uh, a fearsome cold that hit, and you had to use your wisdom to see if you saved against it. You saved against it, and you only took, I believe,
9.
9 cold. But it is your turn now.
All right. Have I noticed what type of damage she has been resilient to thus far?
You'll have to repeat that.
Have I noticed what damage types he's been resilient to thus far?
Oh, it seems like his aura seems to protect him against spells.
Oh, that sucks. Let's just do some pew pew. No crits. You resist that force. I'll pass my turn after that.
Ah, very good. All right, and then Merrick, at this time, you all felt a hissing sound fills the room as a serpentine shadow slips through the open door. Coils and coils begin to take form as Dendar the Night Serpent, Eater of Worlds, begins to take form on this plane, which everyone in this room must again use see if your wits to see if you survive against a psychic attack. As if all of your nightmares, to see if any of them are coming true. Yes, it looks like all of you
Ha!
manage to hold on, and as the last Theonite remaining alive, as he's
Ha!
consumed
The trick
by.
is Captain Meepo's nightmares are always coming true.
Yes! And as you notice, the last Theonite trying to put up the last fight dies as the terrors, as his nightmares come true and it consumes him. But then, Merrick, yes, it is your turn. But yes, you take half of that in psychic damage.
Half on a save.
Yes.
All right. Mika, I will protect. Give you a straight thing up to the gate, and I will just start swinging. Just a sneak attack on the first, and then it is large, or is it huge?
I believe it is large.
All right. I will try to shove this one prone too with my second attack. No, wait. I'm small. I'm sorry. I can't do that. Ignore that. I'm just attacking. My apologies. Sometimes my memory. I'm a bit bigger than I really am.
Ah,
But I carve it up with a scimitar of speed instead,
it is
and
plenty carved.
and that is what I did.
And then Captain Meepo.
Captain Meepo will use his action to attack. Attack!
Uh, let's see. After those first three, oh, four, all of them hit. And
The first one
after,
was actually a crit.
oh, but after that onslaught, the stone golem turns into sand. It breaks apart.
Uh, and with the hasted action, pull out a healing potion and chug it. End turn.
Then Micah.
I guess he uses the thing again, which is the second time,
Yes.
and then holds it out and said, 2 more times. Come on, people. And see if someone else can finish it this round before we have that cold thing again.
And then Aaron.
Aaron will snatch up the book. And I guess put wave away with her hasted action and use the book as an action.
Oh, you mean the lock?
Yes. The Isilamax.
Ah, yes.
And that will be the end of her and Bernie turn, and she will maneuver Bernie back so that anybody else that wishes to grab the book may do so.
Yes, and then Minix.
Right. This handout 3 I'm supposed to be paying attention to right now.
Well, they are passing around that magical lock to try to seal the door so Dendar doesn't arrive. Looks like we've got. Actually, I think we got 3 so far. We just need 1 more. So as long as someone else can take it and use the action to activate the magics and can seal the doors and keep Dendar locked and well. Well
30
able,
gets me
I
to
guess.
there. 30 gets me right next to
I hand you the book.
Reaction, grab it. Action, use the book.
Ah, yes, and as you seal Denda from as the iron doors slammed shut, as the golden lines stretching across the length and breadth flare brightly, they shut up briefly as some very large pounds uh, rapidly against them. The pounding slows and finally stops. The night serpent was once again sealed within her prison to sleep until the end of the world. The Iclamax flares with a harsh uh, red light, and then its clockwork mechanisms whirl to life, reforming into pedestal shape with three sharp barbs pointing inward towards the center. As a beam of brilliant energy bursts out of the barbs, converging over the center of the pedestal before rushing forward and through the ceiling. After a few breaths, the energy stops and the clockworks explode into small bits of twisted metal. The moments later, an image of the golden Laruna shimmers before you, before slowly twisting into another shape, that of a Netherese man in robes, and says, "You have served me well, my unwitting pawns, collecting the power of the soulmonger and your use of the Iclamix funneled to me all the power of a Sararak. Your actions have granted me the freedom that I have thirsted for so long. The day you have made a friend of Rotulok, the ageless, the true lord of Orbadel, there will be a place for you in my new world." And then, just before any of you can react, essentially it just is gonna dab on all you haters and then winks out of existence.
He was much nicer the first time I met him.
Might be just having a bad day.
Who is that?
Roglath, the Ageless. He's got a nice little place in
Excuse you. Sounds like you have a throat disease. Hold still while Captain Meepo inspects.
And here I was told that, and this is where the end of your adventures in Chult were. Though I was told that you have other adventures, that there was a time you got pulled into Avernus, which we will meet again. We will take a short break, and then we will tell these last few tales of your journeys into Avernus. But like easily predicted, this Dendar, I'm sure you would have been able to defeat this creature.
Let's find out.
Oh, we could, but to be honest, I am quite tired. I have interns to whip into shape. They are
The answer is yes.
okay. Ah, well, I'm glad you are very confident. Hopefully, it wasn't like that goat and would resist the effects. Who knows?
Stupid goat.
But I think at this point we will say adieu. We will come back in a few weeks for more tales from these Apex adventurers.
Meepo's gonna find someone who serves goat soup.